Victoria Pinder, eXp Realty, part of the Wolfpack. I love being part of the Wolfpack. If you want to join the Wolfpack, I'm super excited to talk to you about that. But remember, referrals is the #1 reason people have a thing. And we're going to look at building our method for building our referral-based business, because our referral-based business is going to bring us the most ROI, return on investment, than any other thing. And we're going to really dive into the 9 categories of how people get leads. And we'll talk about how repeat business, referrals, sphere of influence are your #1, hands down. Boom, your real estate empire is growing because you have really kind of built this, and it is not, and you have to build referral-based business systematically. And before we do that, we're going to talk about the 9 general methods. And I have a whole series on this because I realize a lot of people don't always talk about referrals, and we should definitely be talking about how to grow a referral-based business. So before that, we get into that. #1, people will go door knocking. We talk a lot about that in the Wolfpack. Farming the neighborhoods with mail, social media, offline ads, cold calling, total strangers, open housing, online ads, repeat business, sphere of influence, and referrals. Those are your 9. Now, you only have 2 things to play with time and money when it comes to business. Where you spend your time, where you spend your money. And these are our tools of the trade that we use to grow our business. And while all 9 are completely valid ways, let's talk about it. Online, offline, and mailers are going to spend the most amount of money. Cold calling alone is going to cost you money and a lot of time. So you have to look at, you're putting in investment. Those are investments. Door knocking, cold calling, hosting an open house, and building your social media, your SOI, your sphere of influence through social media are also things that are going to take time from your life. These are also ways we build our business. Now, at the end of the day, when we look at the income based on these 9 things, the #1 thing is going to be, again and again, referrals get you the most amount of repeat business. So does sphere of influence and repeat business. Those are the top 3. So if you have a client who wants to move 5 times, that's all great. Now, second, online ads account for 40% of your budget typically, but only give a 10% ROI on average. Now, these aren't my numbers. These are actually numbers from Keller Williams, and I've heard in a million different ways. But 75% of your real estate money comes from referrals, repeat business, and sphere of influence. And yet this only consumes 21% of our budget when we're looking at how much money we spend. And that's if we spend it wisely. So this is where we have to think about our referrals as a business, referrals as a system. And this is going to show efficiency and profitability. And at the end of the day, I get to be real with people I like. And it's an amazing privilege that I get. And the power of referrals gets you people who already trust you because they trusted so-and-so who then sends them to you. They come from satisfied clients, satisfied customers, satisfied friends and family who think that you are a rock star. I wish I had that, but I don't. But the word of mouth is so invaluable because it really does build or hurt our business. If you say, oh, that girl is only there for the money, and they don't want to send, they're sending bad things about you. That's not good. You want people to only say good things about you if we can help it. Your sphere of influence is going to see how you interact with people. And going back to that, like, you just want how you treat people is how you're going to get treated. Do unto others is kind of an old school rule that we should still be following. And cultivate your relationships. Make sure that you are calling people and then being real with people all the time. So have a system in place to call your top 36 people. And it is just, even if it's an Excel spreadsheet and it's like, I haven't talked to Martha and Martha's not posting on social media, I don't know what's going on with Martha, I'm going to call Martha and say what's going on. If you don't know them, you want to get past clients. You want to find people in community events, people on social media that you actually enjoy communicating with, and harnessing that repeat business over and over, because that's another super important thing that we do. And it's amazing. We have an amazing privilege because I get to be friends with a lot of people, and I get to be like that as a kid, and I get to do that again still. So we have to be consistent. We have to be real. We have to treat people with respect. You want to make sure that you have 100% informed them through the entire real estate transaction, and everything is good that way. So to foster the real estate business, you have to be an amazing real estate person. Now, how do you foster it? You're going to show up giving maintenance tips, landscaping tips. You know people in the industry. You can still talk about that house that they bought at the very least, or what's going on in their neighborhood, or what's going on in their life. If someone's in the hospital, you should be like, I'm so sorry, and send flowers. Have a systematic approach to how you handle things. If somebody had a baby, that's amazing. You should congratulate them. And it's just being a good person anyway. So, and also when people see that you are giving to them, they want to give back. And even that's when they say, hey, I want to give a referral. And so manage and have a certain amount of people. The groupings always say 36. So have those 36 people on your list that you are friends with. It is not just about real estate. It is people that you want to talk about. So focus on the referrals, focus on the repeat business, and focus on your sphere of influence. Your social media is going to help with the sphere of influence. And be systematic about continuing contact with people so you can maximize the returns you have on time and money, because we only have so much time, so much money. And so we want to make sure that we are spending those in the wise way. And remember, again, 75% of all money in real estate comes from those three main sources that I told you. So focus your time and energy on places that bring the most value back to you. And that comes from having a valuable relationship with your clients. So keep these points in mind when you talk to people. And be real and show up and say, hey, I wanted to give you this and whatever. Make sure that they know it comes from you. You don't just leave something at the door and run away. Well, if you are doing a pop-by, make sure that they know you saw them. You said congratulations. Prioritize them. Make sure that you are showing up with places, and then spend your money in places that have the biggest money return on investment. And that is where referrals come in. And that is why I'm doing this whole set of series. And be a little systematic. You can have a notebook. You can have your favorites in your phone, but just be some sort of system to where you are following up with these people, because these people are your friends, and you are not necessarily friends with people you don't follow up with you. And you cultivate your relationships by doing things or saying, hey, I'm gonna go do this. I just want to make sure you knew about this or whatever. Be active in your friendship community. Be like, I don't know how you were in college, but I know that I love talking to people. I loved it in high school and elementary school. And so talking to people is just something that's natural. But you have to show that you're an amazing real estate agent. You have exceptional background, and then you are also someone keeping it real with them. And then yes, your KV core is going to be something that you can help streamline and process. So, and if you call from KV Core, it's going to log that you call from KV Core. It can help you stay organized. There's a way to put it in there to have your top 36. I'm not going to be real with you. I don't necessarily use KV Core for it. I keep saying I should. I have my phone. And my phone has a lot of my tracking of who I'm continuing to talk to. I'm not talking about people who I've not worked with, but my reputation and my business are my most important assets I have. And so I need to make sure that I am investing my time and energy wisely so I can then take my kids to Disney World, because they have never gone to Disney World and I think they should go to Disney World. I was waiting till they got older, so I wasn't depriving them. Happy selling. I can't wait to help you with your referral business and growing this and really talking about a little bit more in detail soon, okay? All right.